Aman Jabi has worked in Silicon Valley for 28 years. His background includes work on deep technologies that are involved in the new digital prison system being designed by big tech. In 2020, he moved to Montana and became a whistleblower, warning the public of the very real threat about to be unleashed upon us all, known by many as the Mark of the Beast system. Aman explains how accepting the digital ID is the basic premise behind it all.
So by default, a digital identity implies that you are always in a digital prison. Since you have a digital identity and you're in a prison, you are by default a criminal. So we don't trust you.
Just like the old system, this new one is also voluntary. And you are supposed to know that it's a digital prison that you are voluntarily signing up for. And the reason for this is because in this new system, having a digital ID will be proof that you are a criminal. Because having a digital ID means that you are in a digital prison. And because you accepted it, you must be a criminal. Because of this, there is a new protocol being introduced with this system, known as Zero Trust.
How is Zero Trust going to be used? Here's a lady, she wants to go and buy some beef. But let's say her carbon footprint or her beef footprint for the month has been exceeded. That door won't open.
This digital prison is sneaking up on us all. There is no need for an implanted chip because everything is being done with facial recognition, which is already plugged into the entire system. America already has more cameras per capita than communist China, and our social credit score is already being logged. All we need at this point is a series of events that lead us all into having to make the choice of either accepting the new digital ID or saying no. Since the COVID lockdowns, new state-of-the-art LED lights have been replacing street lights in cities throughout the West. Aman explains that this is all part of the plan. These lights will be connected to everything, including your phone and your car. And in new cars, that includes 16 different cameras with LiDAR and sonar. These lights are being outfitted with LED incapacitators, which is a light technology that was first announced 15 years ago, back when it caused enough brain damage to make a person sick.
Another strange weapon in the final stages of development is able to mount an all-out barrage on the optic nerve.
The LED incapacitator was developed under the auspices of the Department of Homeland Security for the purposes of creating what we call a non-lethal defense system. And this technology consists of a bright set of LED technology, light-emitting diodes, that is designed to create sort of temporary blindness, meaning temporary ability to not be able to see the person who we're trying to protect.
If aggressors caught in its bright pulsating glare don't shield their eyes or turn away quick enough, temporary blindness isn't the only effect they'll feel.
The first time I saw the LED, I was in a darkened room, and within 3 or 4 seconds, I had reached forward and grabbed a hold of a lab bench because I was feeling a little bit dizzy or disoriented.
The device's combination of different colors and random flashes can induce psychophysical effects, including vertigo and possible nausea. It's been nicknamed the puke light.
It's been 15 years, and our Silicon Valley whistleblower believes that this technology is now capable of killing people. Ultimately, we can say no to this.
But if there's a critical mass that doesn't sign on to the digital ID, then this agenda gets weakened substantially.
But we will have to first unify and come together.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Bella Tazam Gabar coming at you from the Prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Double honors be to the elders and apostles, the great millstone to teach everyone well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. We're going to be getting on this lesson today, going into this video, talking about a digital prison, which pretty much they're trying to put you on a blockchain, or they keep track of all your payments, they keep track of everything. they're coming out with all these cameras now on these lights, on these street lights, so they can always watch you. You know, this is a form of what they believe to be the NWO. You know, and he said in the video, which I have to discredit, said it couldn't be a chip or CHIP. Which that's what it's going to come down to. He said it's because they already have facial recognition. You know, well, that's not reliable enough for them. That's why they're going to end up coming out with the CHIP RFID microchip. All right, and they're going to seek to implant the whole world with these things. All right, so this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Reading again. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right, so these devils be thinking about these things, the next move that they're going to make on the people while they're in their beds, man. While they're at rest, they're about to go to sleep. They're thinking about, what's another way we can set up a snare for these people? What's another way we can trap and set up a snare for the people of the Lord? You know, they're coming for the Israelites, man. They do all these things for the Israelites. That's why the scripture talks about in Obadiah, for the violence against thy brother Jacob. You know, because Esau seek to do violence to us from the very beginning. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. So the earth is given into their hands right now. They have rulership over the earth. That's why they have the power to do these things. You know, the evil things that they think upon, the very next day they can put it into action because they have that kind of power to do it, man. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. It's, you know, what they doing living in the Middle East. They over there taking fields by violence. Talking about these people are terrorists, but they over there, you go look over there, and they got troops, American troops guarding the poppy fields, you know. It says they covet fields and take them by violence. So if any of these Middle Eastern countries ever come up on any type of gold or oil, guess what? Somehow we mysteriously at war with them and houses and take them away. What do you think they did to us? The Israelites, they did the same thing to us. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. They've been oppressing the Israelites from the very beginning, man. You know, this is the nature of Esau Edom. It says, book of Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So Jake be in need of all things. Like the scriptures say, there shalt thou serve thy enemy in want of all things. You know, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. You read it there. But Esau has oppressed Jake like horribly, man. Matter of fact, let me grab this. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 6. I was wroth with my people. So the Lord was angry with Israel. That's why we're in the hands of Esau now, because the Lord was angry with us. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. And it says what? Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. All right, so they have very heavily laid their yoke from the beginning, man. You know, upon Israel, because what? They have a hate for us. They have a sure hate for us, and they don't show no mercy. You know. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. All right. So Esau don't think they're gonna get rewarded for the things that they've done to Jake, man. You know, they don't think they're gonna have to pay. That's why we be out there teaching these Edomites that they got destruction coming. We be telling them, you're going to be our slaves. They don't hear that shit. They no, I'm not. No, we're not. We're good. We're even now. We're good now. You know, you sold yourselves into slavery. No, man. Hey, even, who was it? I think it was Thomas Jefferson. Let me grab a quote from him. So, his quote, this is a quote by Thomas Jefferson. It says, "Indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever." So he's trembling. Why? Because he does reflect that the things that they have done to us has to come upon them. What the scriptures say, fill the cup they have filled to their double. So double is coming upon them. It's not just what they did to us, but double that, you know. Back to the topic, Psalms 83:3 says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." So they want to be like God. They want to be able to view, because the Lord's eyes are in every place, like the scriptures say. So they're trying to put what? Their eyes in every place through what? These cameras. I'm pretty sure these niggas watching me do this lesson right now through my phone camera. But what? They're going to try to put it everywhere. And eventually they're going to try to, what? They're going to seek to get inside your body. You know, they're going to want to watch your every movement. They're going to figure out they can't do that. Putting cameras everywhere because there's still private places. So what? They're going to put a chip inside of you. And then they're going to be able to track your movements. And a video talks about how you're going to give carbon footprint to be determined. You know, and how much you've purchased on this or how much you've done on that. And they're going to cut down on it. When you try to do it some more, you ain't gonna be able to do it. The scripture talks about intemperance is cut off. So what? This devil is trying to do that themselves. They're trying to cut off intemperance so that what? They can prolong their kingdom. The Lord hates intemperance. This place is a place where people are just living it up and enjoying themselves overly. This place is a place of abomination, and where they say freedom and liberty, these people can overindulge in everything here. So like, yeah, I got a phone call. But it says Psalms 83:4, "They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance, Alright, so they trying to cut off the name of Israel, man. They're trying to cut off Yasharallah. You know, that's really the ultimate goal. You don't care about these other people. They really just want to get at the Lord Yahawah's children, because they want to be the Lord's children. It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." All right, so all the nations are really against the Israelites. You know, but now you have some nations like, oh, we need you back over here. Because what? These Edomites, they're wicked, man. That's why the scriptures say, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous beareth rule, the people rejoice. Because why? Esau's destroying the earth, man. You know, all his ways are the ways of death. Alright, like it says here. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 38, and verse 18. Actually, no, that's not. It's like it. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5. "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death." The nigga don't keep at home, he and everybody else nation, ruling over their shit. It says, and is as death. This man is as death. So whatever he puts his hand towards is going to be destroyed. You know? He destroys it. And cannot be satisfied. I mean, you ever see Edomites be playing video games. The big-ass flat-screen TV probably costs hundreds of dollars. Nice system, brand new system, brand new controller. Whenever they get killed on the game, they break all that shit. And then the parents go and get it back for them. You know, because what they're in their kingdom, it says, and cannot be satisfied. But this nigga cannot be satisfied because he wants to be what? And he wants to be in the ruler seat. You know, the supreme ruler seat, which is YAHAWASHI. He wants to be in that seat. That's why he cannot be satisfied. Because he comes to find that he's a fleshly man. He's in the earth, and there's nothing more that he can do, the things that he has in the earth. But he wants more than that. This nigga cannot be satisfied. It says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? This nigga's a thief and a robber. Scripture say the thief cometh not but for to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what Esau does all the night long, all the day long, man. You know, it says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right, because these things don't belong to him. All the things Esau has does not belong to him. You know, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? They gonna rob and spoil Babylon, man. You know, you're gonna be for like a loot unto these nations. They're gonna rise up suddenly. That's why the nuclear missiles are gonna come upon them suddenly. So the scriptures say, the wrath of the Lord shall come suddenly. You know, because what? This nation is not innocent before the sight of YAHAWASHI. But guess what? Revelation 12:12 tells you, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So those, the elect, gonna be safe, man. You elect brothers and sisters, y'all gonna be straight, because the Lord gonna take care of you when this devil does what? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's coming down having great wrath, and he's gonna be trying to force this NWO in, man. You know, because he know that his time is short. He ain't gonna be able to continue in his kingdom no longer be. So therefore he's going to what? Try to CHIP everybody up so that he can get his way, man. You know, he don't want the Lord to come and deliver the Israelites. He don't want the Israelites to get the kingdom, but they will still. They will still get the kingdom. They're gonna try to prevent that, but they're not gonna be able to. Esau deep down knows who the next ruler gonna be. They know it deep down. These other nations are just playing in his face. You know, he knows that Esau knows the true threat that's coming to this place. That's why he can try to do what he's gonna try to do. You know, he gonna stop me. So, you know, why are these nations coming up against me? Oh shit. The Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. So you're gonna try to what? You're gonna attack the Lord's children. And that's gonna speed up his destruction all the more. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I came in to listen in truth and sincerity. So next to me, I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.